Hey guys, Krabs here. We're going to be doing Austria-Hungary and France, turn 19. We're in spring of 21 in Operation Growing Storm. So we'll start off with Austria-Hungary. We're going to be going for armor. And that's a hit. So they're going to get to place a free armored car this turn. There it is. And then we've got 15 bucks to spend. So I don't think we're going to be doing anything for diplomacy. So we will just spend our 15 bucks. And I think we're just going to go for 5 early infantry for 15. And then combat. So I think we'll just raid the Brits some more. And then yeah, um, we'll just raid the Brits with them. So where's some dice? Brits will be at a +2. I imagine this will get a whole lot of nothing. And just like always. So we'll go ahead and do some non-combat. We'll walk a guy down. We will walk this arty over, along with 4 guys. We're going to rail some. We will rail 2 down to Thessaly. And 1 guy over to Romania. Actually, these 4 guys from here, we're going to have no, we'll leave 4 guys there. And I believe that that'll be it for them. Yeah, that'll be it for them. Okay. So we'll place our stuff. Armored car going in Bohemia. One guy in Galicia, East Hungary. We'll do one in West Hungary, Vienna, and Bohemia. And collect our income of 15. Alright, and on to the French. So, we're going to be going for actually, we'll share a level of tech first, and we'll put them up to early armor, which I guess would mean next turn they would place a early armor. The only thing, though, is if I hit economic collapse, I don't know if that would then go to the French place units box. Don't necessarily know how that works. I might have to read on that real quick, but we'll see if we even hit it first. Our tech's fighter, bomber, air doctrine, and industrialization to try and hit economic collapse. Let's see what we get. And that's 1 on fighters. And sure enough, we hit economic collapse, miss on doctrine and bombers. I guess I should have rolled air doctrine first, because if that would have missed and bombers hit, that wouldn't have been able to go more than 3 above that. But economic collapse. So there we go. Major power controlling one or both of these nations must immediately align, replace all units with their own. Austria-Hungary no longer used and all restrictions are lifted. Reduced to a minor power. When fully aligned, reduced to a minor power without a reference sheet, no longer has diplomacy, technology, or major factory. Tech advances are now integrated. Got to pay for all their colonial upgrades. I don't think they have any tech higher than France. And objectives are now assumed by me as France. And their home country is no longer considered home country. Okay. So, I think they have let's see, 1, 2, I think it's just 2 colonials for Austria-Hungary. So, as France, we'll go ahead and spend that to upgrade those. I've got colonials somewhere, surely. Yes. So 1 there, and 1 in Egypt. So there's those 2 guys. The 2 guys I moved down will be upgraded to 2nd gen infantry. The guy in Crete, guy in Cyprus. We've got this stack in here. We'll go ahead and just add the 3 guys underneath, making that 7. And then we've got a early arty. A transport. Got a guy here. We'll add 1 to this stack for this guy. Got 1 here, 2 here. Ooh, there's another 1 there. That's 6 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4. Got another arty. Got an armored car. I know I have one of those in France. 2 more infantry. And some militia. Let's get those going. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So there's those militia taken care of. A pre-dread and a TBD, which I have a TBD here. And then pre-dread, got some right there. I think that's, oh, the 2 Austrian pre-dreads over here. And I think that that's all of their units. Oh, seaplane, duh. The seaplane that hasn't been doing anything, so maybe now that it's French it can. Okay, yeah, I think that's all the Austrian stuff. I'll switch over the territories after. And then I will adjust income. So there's at 15. We'll put us up by 15 up to 61. And yeah, I think that's it. And I can always take this away later, but I believe that since that was on the build chart, because like if there was a boat on the build chart, I imagine that that would also get transferred over to France. So by them getting up to that tech, technically on the French turn, but this would be in their place units box. At the time of hitting that tech, I think that that would go to me. So if not, I'm more than happy to take that off. So our buys, we spent 2 upgrading their colonials. We will buy, let's see. Let's go so we've got fighter, 2 damage on a factory for 12. How much are tank destroyers? Are 4. So we will buy a tank destroyer for 4. We will get let's add that, so 16. We'll get some AA. So 2 of those puts us up to 24. We've got 12 left. Let's go 4 guys for 12. So 24, and then that 12 I added is the full 36. So there's our buy. So combat. We'll be raiding here. We will come up, do some raiding here. This sub is going to come 1, 2, 3 to here. And then I am going to, with these 3 boats, engage his coastal sub, and then with the pre-dread I'm going to bombard into Crimea, and then with 2 transports I'm going to grab, let's see, grab light tank and 3 guys. Oop, that's too many. So light tank and some dudes, and we will be coming and dropping off in Crimea. With the amount of ships here, that shipyard is blockaded, so these guys can't come out of port or anything. I'll go ahead and just ask. But those will be going at Crimea. This guy will pick up, let's see, pick up a mountain and 1 guy. Okay. He did respond that coastal sub is not going to engage. So that naval engage or this landing have a pre-dread bombard and then these four guys landing. And I have amphibious assault doctrine, so they will not be taking double casualties. And then this guy will come in second round. What else? What else? What else? He's saying he has a fort there, so good luck him. Honestly, the fact that he said that, that militia there's probably going to get so many hits. Okay. I don't. I think all my bombers. Yeah, pretty sure all my bombers got shot down. Um, is that all I got for now? It might be. Oh, no. So, duh. These two guys are going into southern Greece, along with Artie and three other guys are going there. And I think that will be it. But before I say that, let me just make sure. I feel like I'm always missing something in these giant games with how much is going on. Mm, let's go 2 Artie, 3 camels, and a colonial into Palestine. Let's go infantry, camel. These two guys are going to come 1, 2. These two guys are going to come 1, 2. Pretty sure this is dumb because jungle makes vehicles -2. Yeah, we will not be doing that. Jungles are terrifying for cavalry. Okay, so that will be it, I think. So we'll just do this rating real quick since this is a French seaplane now. Brits at +2 in black, same as normal. What do you know? Nothing happens. Brits will be at +1 for each coastal sub, so we'll do the first one. Even out 4-4. They've got a shot at 2. Missed. Second coastal sub. So with their +1, that's 2 damage. So we'll drop it on this line. So 2 off the Brits, and then roll for their ASW. And that's a hit, so 1 coastal sub down. And then this sub's not raiding, he's just staying there in case this transport decides he wants to come out of port. Okay, let's do southern Greece. So we've got a, and he's got 2 guys there. So we've got a first strike at, into mountains. So first strike at 2, because early Artie, yeah, is at 3. So got a first strike at 2. That's a miss. We've got a mountain infantry boosted to 3 from the arty. And that's a miss. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 at 1. And there's nothing. He's got 2 shooting back at 5, which is probably about to nail me. Ooh, nothing. So arty at 2. Got a mountain at 3. And then our, let's see, got still 4 at 1. So 3, 2, and then the 4 ones. Nothing. He's got 2 at 5. There's 1 hit, so we'll lose an infantry. And then last round. 3, 2, and then 3 ones. And there's 1 hit. He's got 2 at 5 firing back again. And double miss. So he loses 1 guy, I lose 1 guy throughout that whole engagement. And we will retreat to Thessaly. We've got our attack into Palestine. Ooh. And so we've got into desert. We've got 2 first strikes at 2. There's 1 hit, so probably a militia. 3 camels at 2. Nothing, and then a colonial boosted to 2. Or actually, no, he wouldn't get the boost because of the desert. So he's got 3 militia firing back at 2. There's nothing, and then an infantry at 5. And there's a hit. We will lose a camel. And retreat. Okay. Now time for the fun stuff. So we've got a pre-dread bombarding at pre-dreadnought bombards at 2. So get our bombard at 2. Ooh, that is the luckiest hit I can get. But he does get 2 first strikes at 5 because of the fort there. And, oh my goodness, double miss. Okay. So we take that uncontested. These are all in Crimea. The smallest territory possible. Trying to cram all these guys in here. You're in Crimea. Just stay there. Okay. And then we get to roll for his ships in port that were in Crimea. So we will... trying to remember. I think it's 1 to 9 is scuttled and 11 to 12, or 10, 11, 12 is captured. I need to double check on that. Alright, ships captured in port, 1 to 9 scuttled, and 10 to 12 captured by the attacking player. Perfect. So, we'll just roll them in order. So, early cruiser, captured. Sweet. The transport, scuttled, and the TBD is also scuttled. Okay, so got something extra out of that too. Got a free early cruiser. Sweet. Also, that is 1 income, so we will put ourselves up 1 and Russia down 1. And I think that was it for combat moves. Yeah. Okay, so we will get into non-combat. So with our newly acquired cruiser, we're going to move 1, 2 to here. We're going to have these 2 transports. Grab 1, 2, 3, 4 guys and come 1, 2, drop them in Gibraltar. No, he doesn't have any aircraft there. And then the ones up here, I don't think can reach down there in any feasible way, even with an airfield. 1, 2. No, they can't. I don't think he could even with LRA with those. And then his bomber, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Okay, so some more non-coms. This tank destroyer is going to rail over to Romania, along with 2 guys walking in. We're going to have a guy walk from Bohemia to there. This guy is going to walk into there. This guy's going to walk here. We'll have another guy walk into Vienna. Actually, no, he'll stay there. And then this tank destroyer that I railed there, he's actually going to rail to Bohemia. Or, yeah, rail up to Bohemia. Okay. From Paris, we're going to have 1, 2, walk down to southern France. 1, 2. How many more rails do we have? I think 2 in Europe. So 2 guys from Paris. One's going to rail down to over to Bohemia, and 1 is going to rail to West Hungary. And then ooh, actually, these guys, after dropping those guys off, are just going to go in port, because this territory is not being threatened by anything this turn, at least not from here, so I don't have to worry about them capturing transports or anything stupid. From this army, we're going to have a AAA move over to Normandy. And I think that might be it. Oh, we've got these guys. The two guys from the two Dutch transports that we got when the Dutch aligned to us. We're going to strategic naval move. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that's a major shipyard. So this pre-dread and TVD are going to come 1, 2 to here. So that if he wants to go on map to try and hit a sub, he can't do that anymore because those fighters will probably get shot. Okay. We can get rid of that import marker and place our stuff. So factory repair in Romania. Gets done. And then we've got all these guys to place. So this guy will go in Paris. Fighter in Paris as well, so that we have 2 there. The AAAs will have 1 go to southern France and 1 go to Paris. Okay, go wherever you fit. Then we've got some more guys. We'll send a guy over to... actually, we'll build a tank destroyer in Romania at that factory that we just repaired. Because I'm pretty sure factory repair is supposed to happen at the start of turn, if I'm not mistaken. You just don't get the tech rolls from it. These get repaired, being next to a major facility. So I should still be able to put that tank destroyer there. And then 4 guys will do at the factory in Bohemia, at the minor factory in West Hungary, one in Vienna, and one in the factory, or one at the factory in Rome. Just realized that I left that guy there in early infantry, so. Okay, I think that was it. And I think everything is garrisoned. I'm pretty sure the US adjusted my income for the Netherlands and Argentina, I believe. So we're only missing the one garrison down in Patagonia. We still have a guy up in Gran Chaco, and we've got a guy here in Suriname. So those are all occupied. Netherlands and all the stuff over here is all occupied. So shouldn't have to worry about that. So it should just be -1. So we're at 62 -1, so 61. Alright, and that'll finish that out, so we'll hand it off to Russia.